Hi, I'm Annie Sloan, CEO and co-founder of the Host Co. And I'm here to show you a quick recap of how to use the Host Co and the value that the Host Co brings to your listings. I'm going to start with a very high level about the Host Co. The Host Co is a storefront that you can share with guests to retail and upsell items in your short-term rentals, be it an Airbnb, VRBO, bow rental, campsite, etc. There are several types of things you can sell in your Host Co store. Number one being things like late checkout, pet fee, early check-in. We call those alterations. The second thing is you can sell services that the Host Co curates, such as private chef, massage, etc. And we curate and connect vendors in about 100 cities currently and growing every day. Beyond that, you can sell your own items that you have on site. If that's food, if that's beverages, if that's things like rentals, you can also sell your own services. We will cook you breakfast, we will do a mid-stay cleaning, etc. And then there are items that vendors that you connect sell, such as, oh, my sister is a portrait photographer in North Carolina and everyone wants photos on the beach. And we'll walk through how to instantly add items that are already in your store when you arrive, and then also show you how to add items of your own. And before we do that, I'll answer a few quick questions that often come up with a host co. Number one, how much money can I make? We have hosts that have received over $10,000 in payout a month. Yes, $10,000 a month for upsells and amenities. Our largest single sale we've seen so far is $3,100. That is one guest who purchased 4 massages, a late checkout, a chef's dinner for 8, and a guided hike around the property. You'll see here your dashboard, and many of you have already landed on your dashboard. This happens right after you log in for the first time and create your first store. Your first store is the name of your listing and a photo of your listing. You will always see when you start a new store these first 4 items on your dashboard. You will also see the ability to include signage in your link, QR code signage within your link. Also, you'll have sales report. Of course, there's nothing going to be here currently if you're a new user, but every single sale you'll be able to keep track of, export to CSV, etc. You have all of your dashboard controls about who you are, if you'd like to add extra stores, etc. And of course, support is always there, both in our FAQ, in our support, and we have a continual chatbot that you can use all of the time. So let's talk about now how you get this store. Comes up often. How you get this store over to your guests. So your store is a unique link to you, just like any other web link. It can be added, it can be texted, it can be messaged, it can be emailed. We suggest adding that store link to your outgoing messaging to your guests right after they book. We're so excited to have you stay. If you'd like anything while you're here, check out our store. And you'll see there is a launch store button right up in that right-hand corner that will give you the specific URL of yours and your alone, your store. And we also have copy that you can share. If you want anything before you arrive or while you're here, we have a store. We suggest we send this at booking and usually a week out before booking as well, and then right after check-in. And generally people love this. It's things that they want and they want to buy already. What the store looks like to guests, we can take a look. Doesn't look very different from the store that you see on your dashboard. Majority of people are going to see this, majority of guests, on mobile. So this is very much optimized for a mobile experience. When your guest goes to make a purchase, it's going to say, okay, you've read this description. And that's where you're also going to include your cancellation policy. That is very important to cover yourself with a cancellation policy. Your guest can pick a date of service. They can add additional notes, and then they can add that to their cart, and they simply check out with Google Wallet, Apple Pay, or any type of credit card whatsoever. That is an immediate sale that goes right into your account. And you see that both in an email notification to you and in your dashboard. If an item says request on it, you can see this late checkout says request. That means your guest can't simply make the purchase. A request goes to you or your property manager or your cleaner if you'd like to have that, and you approve that item, that request, before your guest is charged. So it gives you a huge amount of control over any type of requested item. You can have anything requested from firewood sales all the way through, of course, late checkout and beyond. So let's dig into how to add a new product. The great thing is, as soon as you start a store, any store, you're ready to go. You have at least 4 products that you can share with your guests that very same day. But let's go dig into how to add your own product. And if you look at this here, you can see that it says this item is active. That means that a guest sees that item in their store. You can make any item in your store inactive, so your guests won't see it. That means nobody sees it but you, and you can always turn that back onto active. As we at the Host Co add additional new vetted vendors, you will see them show up in your store as active. So your store will always be dynamic. Excuse me. And you can always come to your store and turn those items off. So let's go ahead and turn on a couple of items to active. This is active. Mid-stay cleaning is active, and you can see these things say pre-order if pre-order is needed. And then things like, let's say the Advil here, it is not a pre-order and it is active. So let's go ahead and add a product. When you add a product, you can decide which category it goes in, or you can say something else. Let's say it's going to be an add-on. You can add a template, use a template of ours, or you can create your own. Let's use the template just to get started. Let's say you're going to add a mid-stay cleaning. You can name your product, whatever you'd like to name it. You set the price of your product, and if you're on our free model, which I'll discuss momentarily, our pricing, you will see the amount you're selling that for, and then you will see the amount you make after the Host Co's 7% commission. You add your own photo and a product description. And again, we suggest you add a cancellation policy. If it's something like selling cookies, you might not need that, but we always suggest you add that because your guests will have to agree to that cancellation policy. You can add instructions for your guest after purchase. So if it is an item on site, code to that closet is 1, 2, 3, 4 for things in a closet. Code to that bike lock is 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can add links to your insurance. We cannot verify, we cannot guarantee that they've signed it, but you can include all of your information here. And here's where the exciting bells and whistles go. Is this product available immediately after purchase? If you need a lead time, if someone, you can't have a guest buying it for the next day, set a lead time. In this case, is it available immediately? No, I need a notice ahead of time. We've set that for 7 days notice. You can always change that. Does this product require approval? Do you want an email that says approve or deny from your guests before they can purchase? If you have that on, of course, you're going to have to approve that request within 7 days. How many do you have? We also do inventory management for items on site. So you can say, I have 30 of these things. Do you want to be notified if you are running low? So we will alert you to low inventory on a product. Do you want to notify anyone else about this product? Now, this is absolutely key. You can add here the emails of your property manager, your cleaner, your sibling, whoever you'd like to get that notification about a sale. When they get that notification, if it's a pre-order, it will have the guest's email, their phone number, their date of request, their additional notes, what they've requested, and which store they have purchased it from. So we are going to not add this product since we kind of already have this product inside, but you now know how to add products and you can add as many as you'd like. You can also add multiple stores. So you can see here at the very top, there is a button that says stores. For my own stores, I have lots and lots of stores. I have them via zip code. I have them with different products, and you can see how many products, how many orders have gone out, and what the sales totals are. This is a test store, so each one has a different item to test in it. Quickly, let's talk about pricing and taxes. So we have a free model at the Host Co. We call it our basic model. In that model, we have a small commission of 7% on items you sell and no commission on Hostco items that are sold through the platform. And we have a pro model, which is 0% commission on all of your sales and a whole lot of bells and whistles. So I suggest checking out our pricing page for additional details. If you have more than 3 sales a month or more than one location, it is very cost effective to go to our pro subscription model. We also have an enterprise model for larger companies with a complete white label solution. Again, that is on our pricing page. Now, to close up, a couple of additional questions that we get all the time: taxes. So, just like an eBay store or an Etsy store, you will receive tax information from your payout provider at the end of the year. We do pay out through PayPal. Very soon, we will pay out through ACH. And any other payout method through Stripe that you need. And again, those charges are considered sales you are making, just like eBay or Etsy. Let's talk about vendors and vendor curation. If your guest purchases, let's say, we'll go back to here, we'll go to the Cozy Cabin. If your guest purchases a 1-hour massage that is from a local vendor, as soon as they purchase that massage, that vendor receives the guest's email, phone number, requested date of service, additional notes for their service, and which store that was purchased from. All of our vendors are trained to reach out to that guest immediately to coordinate that service. So you do nothing. You do absolutely nothing. And thankfully, you need to do absolutely nothing in that case. And it becomes completely passive revenue for you. We had a host who had just signed up recently, went to bed. They had a guest purchase thousands of dollars in services. They woke up in the email list and they said, wow, I just made hundreds of dollars because you received from that offsite vendor, you received 10% of that, hundreds of dollars while I was sleeping. So you need to do absolutely nothing in terms of vendor coordination. We have our automated services, and we also have, through our chatbot, real people concierge helping out guests and hosts at all times. And that is essentially it. I'll end by saying things that we see selling quite frequently and we see selling well. Those things are definitely alterations like checkout, early check-in, pet fee. It's much easier to recoup and gather those fees through the Hostco than any other platform, especially any of the online booking agencies. And then we see items on-site, things like firewood are big sellers because that's something that you should be giving away the first amount for free, and then make sure you are charging for the second and the third bundle. We've had hosts that have made over $1,000 a month in firewood sales. Alcohol delivery is good. Snacks are fantastic. Anything like a mid-stay clean is great. I would always look to what hotels sell and sell well and sell those same things. It is very important that it is positioned for your guests as a value add. Hey, if you need something, hey, if you'd like any services, this is never positioned as I'm selling something to you. Rather, I am helping you out just like you do at a hotel. And we always suggest starting items at about $20. Anything that you can give away for free, be hospitable and give that away. Things like a welcome basket, and then charge in additional to there. Also, you can get creative with things. We have hosts that are selling alpaca brunches where they will make brunch and alpacas will walk around. But if you're 3,000 miles away, you can also get creative with the type of local vendors to add. And again, if there are local vendors that you don't see that you're already recommending, let us know and we can help you get those onboarded. Any questions, please reach out to support@thehost.co, and happy hosting.